Today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 big turnoffs that people have when they come look at a house. Hi, so today I'm going to talk to you about the biggest turnoffs that buyers have when they come look at a property. So obviously when someone's selling the house, they want to do their utmost best to make sure that we were going to get people to write an offer, so they're going to be turned on to write an offer. So what are the big turnoffs when looking at a house? I think the first one that you have to know, and I'm sure everybody knows, is smells. Our noses kind of can, influence everything in terms of if someone's going to like this house or not. If you walk into that house and you are hit with cigarette smoke, kitty litter, food smells, it's not a fun experience, and right away it makes people go, they're turned off immediately, and then they're thinking to themselves, okay, so I want to look at this house because I think I really like it, but the smells are disgusting. So right away, it puts a mental block in the client's head. You know what? You want to have as many non-items in their head, and I know that the smell can be gotten rid of, but a lot of times people can't see or smell beyond that. So smells, you want to make sure that you've gotten rid of that. Air fresheners is another big thing. Don't plug an air freshener or turn that Scentsy on and crank it up, because people always are suspicious. What smell is that hiding? Because that's something maybe they're worried about. They're thinking maybe there's mold in the house. I mean, buyers' minds can kind of go all over the place, and so you want to make sure that your house actually has the most neutral smell possible. The second thing to think about too is clutter. So if there's mess everywhere, even if those dishes are clean in the sink, it still creates a cluttered atmosphere. So you want to make sure that those are put away and gone. You want to make sure all the clothes and the toys, especially the kids' toys, are neatly put away. If possible, just tucked away completely. But if it has to stay out, make sure they're lined up nicely so it doesn't look like a tornado just hit your house, which I know as a mom, kids can have that effect. So you want to make sure that there's no tornado effect anymore. And also things like the toilet seat, make sure that they're placed down. I know that's little, and it does add, again, clutter to the eye. So you want to make sure that that's done. The third thing that people are turned off about is the lack of lighting. So when a house has a lot of natural light, it's really great. But of course, people are going to turn lights on and see how the lighting works in the house. So what you want to make sure you do is make sure all the light bulbs are actually working. So that one light bulb that was working in the foyer, that was working for you, is not necessarily a good thing when you're selling a house. I would highly recommend putting the rest of the 3 light bulbs back in that are actually working. In the bathroom, I've seen this lots where there's 4 lights and only 1 or 2 are working. You want to make sure all 4 are working. That's going to make a big difference and a better impact for your buyers. The last thing I want to talk to you about is the stains in the ceiling, whether they're in the basement or upstairs. Stains in the ceiling, people always tend to look up, and I know as a realtor I look up just to make sure that there's been nothing happening. And when we see a stain in the ceiling, we're kind of concerned about water leakage. There's a lot of things that minds can run through. If there was some water damage, but you've actually fixed it, you know what, that's great, awesome, you fixed it, but you've got to make sure you replace that ceiling tile so it doesn't look like something just happened recently. So make sure you do your best to make sure there's nothing imperfections on the ceiling to cause concern, and if there is, make sure that you disclose and let the buyers know. So those 4 things we talked about today are smells, clutter, lighting, and stains. Hopefully those help you in getting your house ready for sale. If this video helped you, please share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time.